Hello, my friends. How are you? Hope everybody had a great day. Yes, I am showing up in my sundress. This is the dress that I wear after I go in the pool. Now, I didn't get to go in the pool today, but I got to sit by it. My foot's still not able to go in water. I have another few weeks, but I got to sit by the pool and watch the girls, so that was fun. It is summer. Summer came. Summer is here, full blown, almost 90 today. It's Vermont, folks. It's never like that. I don't know what's going on. It was crazy. So I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, and I know you're not used to seeing me on Friday. That's okay. I will get into a schedule that's more routine, but right now I have to kind of play it by ear. If I'm feeling great, foot's not taking on a pulse and a life of its own, then I'll come. So we'll see. Make sure that you let me know when you're here, and we'll get started. I know Facebook's not giving you the notifications the way it should. I'm trying to see if I went live, if it tells you. Oh, it does tell you. Just told you now. Okay, cool. All right, we'll take that. Remember, it says, let's learn cricket. We're not learning cricket, so don't worry. But that's what Facebook wants us to know, so that's what we do. We will go with the flow. We are going to chalk tonight, and I'm excited to share that with you. And I hope that you like it too. I'm telling you, I was so excited to figure this out. When I first had, hold on, I'm just checking something to see if it's showing before I ramble on aimlessly. Volume on. Okay, cool. When I first decided that when I knew that I was going to have this foot done, I kind of moved a few things out to the kitchen and thought, okay, that'll work. It didn't. So, been staring at this space for a while and came up with a plan that would work and not be too terrible. So I'm on the kitchen island, which I adore anyway. It's my favorite place in my kitchen. And if you can see behind me, let me turn this a little. All my transfers are on the wall, and then let me move out of the way. And then you can see all my chalk paste is there, and then in my glass front built-in china cabinet is full of my surfaces. I know. Hey, Lana. So I think I can do it. I have a container here to put my surfaces in, and then I can wash them later. So that was the big thing, was how to get them from here over to the sink, which isn't that far. It's not a big kitchen, but I go around the island a lot on the scooter. And, but it's not carpeted, so it's great. It goes pretty fast. But I couldn't figure out how to get that there, but now I got it. I think we do it. So we're gonna work on something tonight. First thing I wanna show you though, when I came back to Chalk Couture, and I'd been here a few years ago, and then I decided that I couldn't do it all, but you know what? I missed it too much. My house needed some chalk. I took down our Christmas decorations this year and thought, it's just naked in here. It needs something. Well, when I have a small house, so I don't have a lot of room to store a ton of decorations for each season. So, hey, Kimberly, hello, hello. So with Chalk Couture, what's cool about this is you can get your surface, and then you can change it, and change it for the season, change it for the holiday. It's not here forever. I don't need to have a whole box for spring and a whole box for Memorial Day's coming. I can just have one, and I can decorate it up. So, anywho, I'm thrilled to be back playing with chalk again, and I forgot how much I loved making projects that I can give as gifts or that I can decorate the house with. So, that's what I'm doing. But I couldn't do it with the foot, so I did a little paper for a while, but I really love this. It is so fun. So I'm probably gonna do more of it. I hope that you'll come along and check it out. It's really fun. And it's one of those crafts that you don't have to be good at. There's not a huge learning curve. It's not something that you have to master. It's so forgiving. It's great. You don't have to be super talented. You just have to want to play with paint, which don't we all? We all think we're 5, right? Yeah. Okay, so let me get you over to, I want to show you, there's two ways that you can get what I'm working with tonight. Let me show you. If you go, not there, if you go to, now you can see me in two places. If you go to my site and look at the blog, you can see this post that I put up this morning, and it talks about getting started with chalk and how to use this and where to go with it. And I will tell you, like so many things, you go to the catalog and you just think, oh my goodness, I don't know where to start. I don't know what I want. There's so many things I have no idea. Okay, so let me help you. Each week, I'm going to pick a project, and I can't promise every week I'll have it, but for right now, for the next few weeks, I have it. I have a small number. I don't have a huge number, so you can't all do it. I have a small number of the supplies that I'm using that I am putting together as a bundle. And you can just order the bundle from me, or I will also put the links that you can order it from my chalk shop. It's the same price. It's not like it's cheaper one way or the other. It might come a little faster for me, except the chalk is doing great right now. And they're down to between 2 and 5 days before your order ships, which is incredible. Especially, I know the pandemic is ending, but still, fulfillment of orders is still really tricky in lots of companies. So anywho, you can order it from me or you can order it from Chalk. So here's how it works. The bundle that I'm going to show you tonight comes with these 3 stars that we're going to work with, 2 full jars, not samplers. You're going to get 2 full jars of chalk paste. You're going to get a huge transfer with all these different patriotic star that go with the star shapes. And I'm going to throw in a free squeegee. So you really don't need anything else. You just need that and me. What you get when you shop with me, you get me. We'll Zoom together, we'll go through it, we'll help you use it. I don't want you to order something and have it sit in your closet. I have a lot of those kinds of projects that I thought, oh yeah, I can do that. And then it got here and, oh no, I can't do that. I need a little something. I will help you, promise. So, enough about that. Go read the blog. Tell me if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. Just drop me a note. I have a lot of downtime these days. I'm doing a lot of sitting with my foot up. It's up right now. It's up on the chair. So I have another 3 weeks of non-weight bearing, and then we'll see. I have a feeling it's not going to just magically turn off in 3 weeks, but we'll see. So let's get this off the screen so that you can see it. All right, this is what you're going to get. Let me move you out of the way. You're gonna get one that isn't already cut up. Look how big this is. It's too big to even go on the screen, right? It's huge. So you're going to get that transfer to use. These transfers are reusable. You simply wash them and use them again and again. So this is not just a one-time deal. You're going to use this more than once. You're going to get your shimmer crimson and your cadet. Okay? And then I'm throwing this in just as a gift from me. And you get your stars. 3 of them. This is how big they are. These are awesome stars, right? Think about what we can do with these by simply washing it off and then use them at Christmas time. I am going to do a little something to your stars before you get them. They are going to be waxed before you get them. Surface wax is something that comes from Chalk Couture. Now this doesn't happen if you order them from the catalog. These are ones I've had my hot little hands on. And the surface wax, the cool thing about this is it lets you rinse off what you did and start again. So the color doesn't sink into the wood, doesn't sink into the white, and it makes it easier to wash off of. If you're using one of our chalkboard surfaces, you don't have to wax it. But if you're using one of the painted surfaces or one of your own or a dollar store item, you're going to want to use your wax on it. It's super easy. You just rub it on just like this. I'm using a paper towel. And then you're going to let it dry a little because I have zero patience and I want to show you this now. I'm going to use my drying tool. Hey, Pat, I am. I'm doing pretty good. Today's been a great day. I tend to have, if I just stay home all by myself and I sit here all day, I tend to be kind of cranky. But today I went to visit my mom and I hung out by the pool and I got to see Lucy and Grace. And then I came home and I've been having my foot up all afternoon. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think we've turned a corner. I'm excited. When it's over, I'll believe it. So I just want this to be okay. Normally, like the ones that you're gonna get from me, you don't have to do this. How you doing, Pat? Everything good? Do you believe this weather? I don't know, did New Jersey get the kind of weather we got here in Vermont? This is like crazy. It's only May, and it was 90 today, and it's 79 right now, 8 o'clock at night, right? Not normal at all. He did. I know, poor Bert has been stepping it up. He said the other day, I did not know what you did all day. I didn't know that you did as much as you do all day long. Between waiting on me and keeping the 2 Shih Tzus happy, that's a full-time job. And then I made him open the pool. I can't go in it yet, but I can look at it. It's still super cold. I wouldn't go in it. The kids went in their pool today. I don't know why. Although I guess it's not too bad. Actually, my mom got in the pool today. Mom is 89, has had a tough winter. Nothing's wrong really. It's just been a tough winter. Yeah. So, I mean, it's great. We need some warm weather. We need some sunshine to make us all feel like life might be good, right? Okay, so these guys are ready to do, yeah, it's a rude awakening, I'll tell you. And the man does not cook. He really doesn't. He does frozen lasagna and he does hot dogs and pizza and Subway. That's about it. And those are not really my favorites at all. Tonight he said, so what do you want? I'm gonna go to the deli and get me some potato salad. And so we had great cold plates and he didn't really have to do anything. So he liked that a lot. All right, so I'm gonna start with a big star, right? And I'm gonna move this over so that you can see it. Okay. This is called your fuzzing cloth. Now, that's not going to come if you get a bundle from me. You won't have a fuzzing cloth in this one. But you can use a towel, an old t-shirt. And what you want to do when you get your transfer, remember I said they're reusable, is you want to put it down. Yes, I've used this one already. You want to put it down because they're really sticky. And I don't want it to stick so much on my star, so I'm gonna fuzz it a little. And we're gonna do it again. Okay, and I'm gonna then take this, bring my star over. I will tell you the only difficulty I'm having is that I'm sitting down, and I would love to stand up and chalk. I like that much better. So sitting down is kind of weird, but you know, we can do it. We can stand again someday soon. So I just need to line this up, and it's kind of cool. You just move it around till you get it where you think it ought to be, making sure I have everything, and then I'm gonna smooth it down. Does that look right? No, this side doesn't look right. Come on, stars. The stars need to align. Whoops. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. It's hard to get all 5 points right. Okay. And then push it down. I know, right, Lana? So hot. I don't know what happened. It was 40 a week ago. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it was cold. My sister came to visit. Was it only last week? I think it might have been. She lives in Virginia and came to visit us, and it was freezing. Sweatshirts and jackets and... Okay, so I have this down. I have it good and smooth. And I'm going to use my Shimmer Crimson. Oh, Pat, I don't know if I could handle a broken hip. Well, I guess you do what you have to do, but I have to say the pain is not horrible. It's uncomfortable, but it's not awful. The biggest issue is the not being able to do anything because I'm on a silly scooter. And I'm not a city kind of person. Not city country. City like sit on your butt. I don't do that well at all. So it makes me annoyed that I can't. So I try and do stuff and then I pay the price later because then it is sore. So I'm a little stubborn and that's been my challenge. When I went to the doctor 2 weeks ago, I had bunion surgery in case anyone's just joining me wondering what am I talking about. When I went to the doctor at 2 weeks, she said, they do 1 foot, right? Clearly I have bunions on both feet. And she said, I said, oh, you know, I probably would do this again. And she said, really? Usually at 2 weeks, people say, absolutely not, no possible way. Right? And I said, oh no, I think I would do it. And so then this week, I'm like, oh no, I don't know that I want to do this again. She had said, we'll see, that I might not need to, if I get 1 done, it might, I was walking funny. It was like causing my foot to twist, which was then affecting, apparently I'm old, it was affecting everything because my gait was off, my balance was off, and I want to be able to walk with my grandchildren and go for walks in the woods, and I just couldn't. So I'm excited at the possibilities. And yeah, I would probably do the other one, just not right away. If this works as well as anticipated, then I'm probably going to want the other one fixed too. Pat, were you home to rehab? Or did you have to go? See, I think that would be terrible if I couldn't be home. Oh, and I can't drive either, so that's annoying. But I'm really fine. This is helping. Being able to get back to talk has been great. This is my therapy. Okay, so I just cover all the open spaces with the squeegee. See what I mean? Like not having a lot of talent. It's not hard. You just squeegee it on, right? And then you put the excess back in the jar. And then you peel and reveal. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Let me zoom you in. Look, isn't that awesome? Doesn't it look like I'm like really clever and talented? Yeah, you don't have to be. It's awesome, right? I love it. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna dry it. This is star number 1. And then we're gonna dry this a little. So this has fireworks and stars and rockets. Hi, Lena, how are you? Welcome. I know, weird night, huh? Happy Friday. I am gonna try and go live, at least for something short, every day. It's kind of a push, and I don't know if I can, we'll see. That's my goal, to have even if like 15-minute projects, they don't have to be huge. But I just want you to see different ways to use different things. Oh my gosh, Pat, that sounds really dramatic. This was not that dramatic. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry while we do another star. Now you'll notice that I didn't, because I'm hanging the transfers on the wall here, I'm not cutting up the backer on the transfer. You can, but I am not, because you're gonna put your transfer, after you wash it, you're gonna put it back on here. So here's one that I washed, I use this one, and I'm going to put this, oh, I just stuck my hand in it. Yeah. I'm going to put this one back on just like this, right? So the reason I'm doing this is because I'm hanging these guys on the wall. Yeah, this is so big I can't get it on the camera. I'm hanging them back up on the wall, so I'm going to put it back in the package that it comes in. Comes with a little hanger, and then I can hang it. If I cut them all apart, including the backer, it makes it a little bit easier to deal with, but then for my particular purpose, I can't hang them back up that way. Most of the time prior to me doing this, I would cut them up, but for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be chalking in the kitchen, so I'm going to do it like this. I am going to go for the next one. This is the medium star, which is next. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do this in the cadet, okay? And then my littlest star, I'm going to do in the flag pattern, which is a twofer. So let's see. I can get this so you can see it. Let me move you a little bit. All right. So what I'm going to do is just cut right up this line, right? So now this is one that hasn't been used, so I'm going to need to fuzz this too. Ooh, we're okay over here, but we need to do over here. Right. Come on. And then these stars they're really versatile. We're going to do some more decorating of them. I need to add maybe some jute might look kind of cool on them. I've got a garland that I'm working on for later in the week. Let's take you, just peel that right off. Let's move you over. Now we're going to grab our towel and we're going to fuzz. This says partial words. It's freedom for all, celebrate, red, liberty, white and blue, 50, land of the free. It's just a few cute little words, right? Now they don't have to go in the star shapes. You could put these on around. I brought this over to show you. This is a simple shape. These come in packs of 4. You get 2 circles and 2 squares this size. These are great to work with. You could put on that part of it. You could use the smaller star. So don't feel like, well, I don't know if I would always use the stars. You don't have to. Remember I said these are reusable transfers. You can use them over and over and over again. At least a dozen times. The more care you give them, washing them, cleaning them, and you're just going to clean them in water. You don't need fancy soap or anything. There's a really great scrubber. Oh, it's in my water. I'll show it to you after. We have some scrubbing sponges that do make life easier. But you can just use a regular sponge if you don't have one. This is the kind of project that you can add to as you go. So you can start out with just one of these bundles. We have these awesome Try Me kits that come with everything. Now they don't come with a full-size chalk. They come with little packets that looks like ketchup packets. They're great. Look at how cool that looks, right? That's the consistency of this paste. It's not just a paint. So it's not the chalk paste that you might find in Walmart or something, or Hobby Lobby. This is a paste. It's a much thicker consistency. If you tried to use regular paint, you'd probably get that kind of bleed underneath, where it would kind of ooze under the transfer. That's why this is kind of satisfying, because it's successful, even right out of the gate. It's really one of those projects that you do it and say, oh, I made it. Look at this, I made this. There's so many other crafts that I've done that are not like that. Cricut being one. Those of you that have been with me for a while and have done Cricut classes with me, you know, we've made stencils, we've painted them. Do you remember the number of steps and processes you have to go through to get a stencil to work that you made with your Cricut? You got to cut it out of the vinyl, and then you've got to weed it, and then you've got to use your transfer tape. and move it. Then you have to seal it so that it doesn't bleed underneath it. Oh my goodness, it's such a project. And the funny thing is, even when you were doing custom, at least for me, I probably went to Pinterest to find my idea to start. So now I don't have to. I just go to Chalk. I just go to Chalkateur and find a sentiment that I love or a transfer that I love, and I'm good to go. And there are so many. I don't think I've run out of options and ideas. And there's such talented designers. It's super fun. So when you get it all on, then you're going to come back and take off the excess. Right? Almost. Get everybody covered there. Okay. Now, see, I'm taking off that extra, so I'm really not using that much, and I put it back in. So it looks like, gee, you used a lot of that. I really didn't. Once I get it all, there's one place up there it doesn't want it. And it's chalk paste, so it's not supposed to be perfect. It's kind of like when you paint and you do watercolor. It's not supposed to be perfect. And then, ready? This is my favorite part. Look how cool that looks. Right? Oh, I love it. Okay, put you in. I'm putting them in the water. Let me bring the water over so you can see it. I just have this container. Normally, I would just line them up on the edge of my table and then take them over to the sink, but because I'm sitting here and it might be a little bit before I get to it, this is the scrub. This is the little sponge. These are great. Just put them in there. One of these days I'll take you to the sink and we'll wash them, but not today. So now, what am I going to do on the little one? My thought was to use these two. See these two? One is the stars and one is the stripes. So that's what I thought I was going to do. See if I can get this up. Yeah. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do once I get them done. I got to find out where they're going to live. These are great if you have like a tiered tray or a Lazy Susan. They're perfect to add to your picnic table display, like even to hold down the napkins or pop them in the center of a wreath. It's past time to decorate for Memorial Day. I'm a little behind this year. Oops, just a little smidge here. Yeah, man. There. Okay. The advantage of working in the kitchen is I have this giant island. So I have tons of room. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to cut one more. I will tell you, it is easier to do and just cut your transfer paper, the backer apart. Much easier to work with, but you know, we're going to do it this way. I started out this process, I'm going to finish it, but I may decide this is a dumb idea all the time. We'll see. And we need our towel back. Someone has to remind me to dry in between, because I will just keep rolling right along and I'll forget. Between these two colors, I'm going to need to dry. Okay, so my stripes are red and white. My stars are going to be blue, which is really kind of weird. Usually they're white stripes. I mean, they're white stars in a blue background, but I have a white background and I'm going to live with it tonight. But you could paint your this blue up here if you wanted. Yeah, let's see how we can do this. I don't need to get too carried away. 3 stars is a lot for my first time chalking here in this kitchen. I don't know why it's different, it just is. All right, so the stripes are going to go in the bottoms. So let me line you up and then we'll figure out where it's going to actually go. You're too small. You go on the bigger star? Really? Do you? No? Huh, okay. Let's go with these two. I just didn't have the right points. Apparently you gotta get it in the right way to make it fit. Alright, so I want to go I think I want to go to right here. I don't want to go beyond this line. I want to stop here. So I want my red down here. And then my blue is going to be up here. Okay? Alright, so I need my red. And it's just going to go down here. So I'm going to be careful on this edge not to go over it. But that's what's cool. You can, right? You can control what you do. If it was really, if I didn't have that this nice border, if it was too thin, we have some placement tape. You could always use washi tape to protect it. But in this case, I am good. The transfer is going to allow me to do this. I don't know, I haven't tried this yet. I hope it looks the way I like it. What do I do if it doesn't look right? Just wash it off and start again. That's the beauty of this. You guys are all really quiet. Are you just like mesmerized at my amazingness? I haven't been here for a while. I miss you all. I recorded yesterday just to try it, to make sure that I could still do this. Okay. I thought I might have forgotten. I didn't. Alright, so there's the red, right? Alright. Excess, put you back there. Now I'm going to peel this off. Cute. A little crooked. We're not going to notice that. All right, and we're going to dry it before we bring in the blue. That's the part I was worried I'd forget. If I were to stick a transfer down on top of this, clearly it would mangle it and it would look icky. This is the dry tool. Thank you, Pat. It looks like a heat embossing tool, but it's nowhere near as hot. It's nowhere near as hot. You can use a heat embossing tool, but you have to be careful that you don't melt your transfers or bubble up your paint. The shimmer takes a little bit longer to dry. And I don't know if you can see the shimmer on the camera. Can you see it? It's got glitter in it. It's awesome. The blue does not have glitter. It's not a glimmer. It's just a solid cadet. I already have paint on my hands, so I can't tell. Okay, I think we're dry. Truthfully, if you were doing this at home, I would do this first and then go do one of the other ones so that it has a good time to dry. But you know, we're brave. We're going to make it work. So I'm going to fuzz this really well because I don't want it to peel off. If you did it too soon or it wasn't quite dry, what would happen is it could peel off some of the red. Again, not the end of the world. Remember, chalk often looks distressed. Distressed was maybe what I was going for. Right? Okay. So now, and I'm not going to push it down where the red is. Now the tricky part is I'm going to have to be super careful on that line, right? Let's see if I can do it. So I'm going to get my blue, and I'm going to come right over to the red. I'm going to start there and come up. I could have put placement tape down if I was not sitting here and not able to get up. I would have gone to get it, but I didn't bring it over. Yeah, that would be a good idea, Pat. If I had stuff over here, I'd be in better shape, but I don't. So Pat was suggesting I put the backer shape. All I have is this big one. I could do this. Let me show you what Pat was suggesting. It's going to be a big one, but we can do it. So what she was saying is I could put this under here, and then I wouldn't have, I could protect the stripes a little bit. All right, hold on, my batteries though. Let me get you plugged in. There. Okay, we're better. I better get going. So if it doesn't come out the way I want, I can just come back and wipe it off and start again. I haven't done this one before, and I'm gonna wish that I put placement tape on. I know I am. But you know what? It's okay. I won't hate it. All right, let's see what we did. How'd we do? Not bad, not bad. I messed up one star, but I'm okay. I can live with it. Put you in the water. Okay. So, I have this one, and this one, and this one. Right? So simple. So what I did wrong, let's critique it. Let me zoom you in. When I pulled it up, I got some of the chalk paste under on that star. So I can let it dry, and then I can wash that star with a little tiny paintbrush. I could say, you know what, I'm just not really thrilled. I want to try again. I could, just like we would with a card, I could put an embellishment on it. I can wrap some twine around the top and tie a bow and call it a day. It's super cool. I can let it dry, and then I could grab some sandpaper and I could sand off a little bit of the edge and make it look a little worn, and that would work too. So I'm going to let these dry. I'm going to play with them a little bit more tomorrow, and I'll show you my final picture when I have them set up with our picnic. So, thanks for coming tonight. I feel so much better that we actually got this done and we were able to do it. And chalk is back. So, please make sure that you share this, comment, like it. I am going to choose a lucky winner each week, and we'll send them a finished project. Something that we've done here in these lives will get mailed to a lucky weekly winner that I will pick next Friday. So share this video with your friends. Tell your friends what we're doing. I'm gonna look at my timing and see. I'm hoping that it will be at 8 o'clock, but it might be earlier some nights, and I will be sure to post it in the Facebook my time. As soon as I get these figured out, how these times work, I will let you know for sure. But have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Enjoy the weather if you're having good weather where you are. It's been crazy here. We're liking it. And I will see you all soon. Bye.